Welcome to the Immeasurably More podcast. I'm Erin, here with my mom Jill and my husband Parker, and we are continuing our Beau Story Series. This is actually going to be our last episode.
Oh, I don't want it to end.
Of the Beau Story Series.
There's so much we can say. There's so much more, Erin.
Well, we're going to continue to talk about Beau and continue to share things about Beau's life throughout the podcast. We'll have Parker. Parker, we'll have you come back on.
And
maybe for
Beau will be on
some more
in
episodes.
in a year.
Yeah, when Beau's
yes.
talking, we'll have Beau on the podcast.
Well, he already is talking. Like this morning, Erin and I spent, I don't know how many minutes it was, at least maybe 20 minutes, half of an hour listening to him
Just
talk.
like staring at him, watching
He
him.
just was talking. And you could
so
tell
cute.
he was trying to tell us a story.
Yeah, he was.
He had something to say.
I think he was talking, he wanted to tell us about the fan
Yeah.
on the ceiling.
His favorite.
Mesmerized by the fan.
His favorite.
I'm not sure if any listeners have seen this. There's a father. I've sent this to Erin on Instagram. There's a dad and his son who do a podcast. And the kid is maybe, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years old.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
It's the funniest, cutest thing ever because the kid is so raw and real.
Well, innocent.
And
Totally innocent.
His dad
Clueless.
asks him questions, and the stuff he says is just so funny.
We need to do this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
We'll
goodness.
do
My
some of those
mind is
episodes
already
as well.
spinning. My mind is
So
already
fun.
spinning. Well, because we're coming to the close, which is sad, I just want to thank you guys again for being so honest, so real, so vulnerable, so willing to share your story, willing to share your heart, willing to share your tears, your struggle, you're just so bold to do that. I love that. You've never made this out to be something other than it was, and it's hard and it's heartbreaking and there's so much struggle in your story. And I just want to thank you again. And I know the listener appreciates your vulnerability as well and your honesty. And so just thank you. Thank you so much for sharing Beau. I know Erin in the very beginning, this has been so sacred.
Yeah.
And so beautiful and so hard. And it is hard to share with the public because the public has their own perception, their own opinion, their own comments, their own everything, and that's just the way it is. I mean, I'm not saying that's wrong or good or whatever, but it is so hard to share something so sacred. And I felt that same way when we started to share Hunter's life. And even with we would make pamphlets and Hunter's face would be on them. And I remember going to events and seeing some that were left on the table and just like, that's my son. Like, that's his face. And he is my treasure. And it's so hard. So thank you. All that to say, again, thank you, Erin and Parker, for sharing Beau with the world.
Well, thank you to everyone thank you, Mom, for joining us for this series. And
it's kind of fun. I kind of like being in this. I feel like I'm interviewing you guys.
You're kind of like the host.
I think I could actually do this.
You definitely could. I mean,
but
you kind of took over
Erin.
while I was
You're
gone,
definitely
so
not.
It's good.
You're definitely not. I'm not taking your place
ever.
ever.
Okay, fine. But also I just want to say thank you to anyone on Instagram who has reached out to us, messaged us, shared your story with us. I haven't been able to respond to everybody that's messaged me, but I can't even count the amount of moms that have reached out to me and said, my son or my daughter had a heart procedure or was born with a heart condition. And just hearing other people's stories is hard.
Yes, right.
But it's also encouraging and it helps us remind us that we're not alone. And so just thank you for other people who have shared their story with us. Just know that even if we don't get to respond to each and every single one of you, that we are really thankful. And also we just want to encourage anyone who's listening that if you're new here and you haven't heard Beau's story, we encourage you to go back and listen if you want to hear his story. It's a 2-part series that we shared. And then we just have been over the last few weeks talking about different things that God showed us in the midst of our journey with Beau in the first 38 days of his life. And but here we are for this last final episode.
I'll piggyback off what you said, Erin. We are just so thankful for everyone who's listened to this. We believe that God has given us this platform to share Beau's story. And we believe God is going to do immeasurably more through his life, more than we can imagine. He's already done so much in this 4 months, more than we could have imagined that we would go through, that God would use Beau in so many amazing ways, ultimately leading us here to doing these episodes and just talking about Jesus and what he showed us through this journey so far. So thank you to everyone who has prayed, who has listened. We hope that these episodes have encouraged you in some way, shape, or form. Just thank you.
So, for this last episode, we wanted to share a text, Mom, that you received from
Trisha,
a very close
yes.
friend of ours who had a suggestion for something that we should talk about from an outsider's perspective, someone who wasn't in the trenches with us, with Beau, but was very much a part of our life and who is a very close family friend of ours. So, will you share that text that
And
you
I
got?
actually asked Trisha, she's like, "Can I mention your name?" So Trisha, thank you so much.
We
You're
love you.
amazing. We could not do life without
Literally,
you.
literally. Yeah.
You are amazing. We're just so thankful. And I really, really appreciated this text from her. She'd been listening to the episodes and she said to me, I actually started writing you guys an email the other day about doing an episode on what the people around you and love you can do during a time like this. Obviously, prayer, of course, but everyone who is around you feels helpless
Mm.
and doesn't know what to do. You mentioned the gift cards for DoorDash, but like how often can someone reach out and say, we're praying for you or sending positive vibes? Like how much is too much? That kind of stuff. Just another aspect to help others who are going through something similar. Just an idea.
I love
Trisha,
this. I love
thank you.
this.
This is so important. And as soon as I read this, I was like, oh my goodness, we're doing this.
Absolutely.
This is an absolute must because we need to share this. We need to
Mhm.
share our experience. So obviously, our experience is our experience. And you might be listening and your needs might be very different.
Right.
And we also, what was birthed out of this need in the ICU and in the PICU was Beau's blessings.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that too. But for you, let's talk about that. Let's just openly talk about what was important to us during Beau's 38-day hospital stay.
I will say one thing, and other people, like you said, Mom, may feel differently about this. But I think that there's a lot of people's perceptions that when someone is going through something, you don't want to bother them.
Yes.
Like I haven't reached out because I don't want to bother you. Like I know you're going through a lot, don't want to bother you. Personally, it's never a bother to receive a message from someone. And whether but without the expectation of a text in return, if that makes sense. Like when we were in the hospital, it was never a burden or it didn't feel like someone was bothering me by receiving a text message from someone saying, I'm praying for you. Is there anything I can do? We're here for you. Those were a huge blessing to me. And although I wasn't able to respond immediately to everybody, seeing those texts mattered to me. And it
Yes.
meant so much to me. And so maybe other people feel differently, but personally, I've never felt like bothered by someone who texted us when we were really struggling and we were in a hospital with Beau. If anything, it was a huge blessing. I was so thankful to hear from family and friends. And, honestly, when you're in a situation like that, there are certain people in your life that you expect to hear from. And that's hard too, because maybe we shouldn't have expectations, because when you have expectations, you usually end up getting let down. But I'll be honest, like there were some people that I had expectations that I would hear from them or get a text from them or a call from them, and I didn't. And that's hard too. I just want to be honest and say like that's hard because but I also know that in some people's minds, they were doing what they thought was right by not reaching out. They thought that, "Oh, I don't wanna bother them." Um,
Which is why we're
but it
sharing
doesn't
this.
right, but
Right.
which is why we're sharing this because it doesn't come across as that.
Right.
And
Right. And go ahead, Parker. Yeah.
and I'd echo the same. I never once got a message from someone and said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe they texted me."
Like we're
Right,
going through
Like,
right.
so much. Why are they texting
yeah,
us? No,
No.
not the
that's never been a
exact
thought. So
opposite.
my encouragement to anyone who knows someone, a friend, family, whoever it may be that is going through a hard time is send that message.
Yeah,
And it can be as simple as I'm thinking of you, I'm praying for you, I love you. And that's it. And you leave the ball in that person's court to respond. And
Right.
and don't have the expectation that
right.
you're going to get in this big conversation with them. I think you we all could have the ability to be overwhelming if we're asking questions and digging and digging. I personally, if I ever know someone going through something, I like to reach out right away to let them know that I'm praying for them, I'm thinking for them, I love them. And if they respond back, I sort of just I get a feel for if the conversation will continue or not. So don't hesitate. I think
I
that's
agree.
the
Yeah.
biggest thing. Getting all of the people that reached out to us, so many people. We're so thankful for everyone who
Everyone.
called, left a voicemail if we didn't answer, sent us text messages. And like Aaron said, there was a lot, and sometimes we just didn't want to respond. And that doesn't
But it
mean that
was
we were
never against, like, the
correct.
person.
Right,
It's
right.
it's
Right.
not because the person reached out, it's just because we didn't have the mental capacity to respond,
Right. The
and we
energy.
did in due time.
Right.
So I think absolutely send that text to somebody, don't have an expectation that they're gonna get back to you right away, and they see it, and
Right.
it means a lot.
Right,
It
right.
really does.
And for me, in the midst of everything that we were going through, what I found was that people that I never expected to text me did. In fact,
Mm,
this one person in particular, she sent me a verse and an encouraging word every day for the entire time we were there. And I don't talk to her at all. Like
yeah,
that's what I kind of loved about that experience was like, I was so surprised that she reached out to me. Actually, there's 2 people that did that. And both of these ladies were I don't talk to them. I don't hang out
yeah.
with them. I wouldn't even say that we're friends, which is
Wow.
interesting, but they felt led to reach out to me.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, God used their messages so many times
Yeah,
during that. I remember even telling you guys some of them. You're not going to
yeah,
believe this. My friend Beth, I call her my friend Beth because, even though in a way, what do we say? We're friends. Well, yeah, I mean, we went to high school together. We went to high school together.
wow.
That's how long I have known her. And yet she continued to send me messages.
Mhm,
And again, I didn't get back to her right away, but it didn't seem to bother her
yeah,
in any way that I wasn't responding
mhm,
right away. And all of her messages meant so much to me. So all that to say that, yeah, you might be going through something similar and maybe this is not how you receive love from people. Maybe this is not what you would want, but we're just going to share. Like Trisha want to know, what should we do? What can we do?
yeah,
If you feel led to reach out, do it.
mhm,
And like you said, Erin, I've experienced this so much in all of what we've gone through as a family. There are certain, and I hate having expectations,
yeah,
but there are certain people, and I'm like surprised, I'm like, wow, she didn't even text me.
right,
She didn't even reach out. And maybe, and then I start to feel bad. And I'm like, wait a minute, no, they don't know what to do.
yeah,
I have had to learn to let people off the hook.
mhm,
Especially, I mean, I learned that through everything with Hunter because there was a lot of people that I was like, hold up. They were here for all the football parties.
mm,
Where are you now?
yeah,
When we need you the most, I cry thinking about it. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it's because we needed help and we needed encouragement and they just weren't there.
mhm,
And I had to let people off the hook. I had to forgive people because I did have expectations. I
yeah,
did think, wait a minute, you were here for all the highs. Where are you during the lows when we
mhm,
actually need your friendship the most?
yeah,
And so I have had to learn to forgive and to let go and let people off the hook because ultimately it was only hurting me
mhm,
anyway. Being mad at them or disappointed that they didn't reach out or didn't do something during those seasons was only hurting me.
yeah,
So if you're listening and there's people that have not stepped up that you are like, wow, I mean, you're in shock pretty much. Like this
mhm,
person has done nothing, not even asked me how I'm doing and what can I do. Just know that if you carry that, it's only going to end up hurting you.
right,
So I don't know how, you need to deal with that with God, but just let them off the hook
yeah,
and put your expectations in God and allow God to fill in that gap. Because I've had to do that over and over again. And even with Beau, I think you learn lessons from past experience of going through something somewhat similar. And again, there was people I'm like, wow, I'm really surprised. I'm
mhm,
surprised.
yeah,
And
and yet, like you said, there are other people that did surprise you in a good way.
exactly. And
Yeah,
those people, I think
mhm,
that's what helped me this time was that I was so surprised and so blessed
yeah,
by the people that were out of nowhere. I mean,
Mhm.
just like, I cannot believe this person
Yeah.
is texting me every day. I just cannot believe she is.
Mhm.
And that meant so much to me. And I
Yeah.
feel like too, to get, you know, pull God into this conversation because he's in this conversation. He's in every moment. He's in this whole story. God knows what we need,
Right.
right? If we want to just say that right up front, just say, God knows what we need. He knows who we need to text us at any given moment and what that text needs to say.
Mhm.
And
Right.
I think knowing that has helped me as well,
Mhm.
that God's going to send me encouragement when I need it
Yeah.
and from who I need it.
Yeah, it's interesting because as you were saying, being surprised by other people, there's someone that, I mean, we're not technically, I wouldn't say friends, like, don't hang out, haven't known each other for very long, don't know each other well, and yet she sent me a verbal audio prayer to
Wow.
pray over Beau, and it's things like that that, like, kinda shock you, especially when it
Right.
comes from people that you don't expect it to come
In
from
in the most amazing way.
in the most amazing way, right, and so I learned to just take encouragement from whoever was giving it
Yes.
without and started to try to let go of the expectations of, well, where's this person? Where's this person? Like people that I love and people that I would reach out to if they were going through something. And so it's just, I think, let us as people who have walked through it be a reminder to someone out there who, if you, like you said, Parker, like if there's someone that you love, a family member, a friend who's going through something, don't hesitate to reach out, even if it's something just as simple as saying, I'm thinking of you, I'm praying for you. It means the world, even if they don't respond to you. It does. It means something. And also, I will say too, everybody, I think, shows love in a different kind of way. There are friends of ours, a specific friend of ours, Colleen, who, shout out Colleen, we love you.
She's an amazing
She
cook.
made us food. She brought food to the hospital. And her sister Karen, when she was in town, she made us food once. And so their love language, I feel like, because they can cook really, really well and tastes amazing, is to do that. That's how they know that they can help. If you are someone who loves to cook, cook your friends a meal, bring it to the hospital. That was such a huge blessing to get a meal from a family friend who we love, and also being able to just go see them and hug them and say, thank you so much for the meal. Like, I can't talk, but like, thank you. I love you. Let me give you a hug. It's just bless people in the way you know how to bless them because not everybody can cook. Let's be honest. That's not
Well, I
everyone's
can't.
that, but that's not everyone's love language. That's not how they show love or adoration or how they help people. But there are always some ways you can help. And sometimes the greatest help is prayer, but how can you let that person know that you're with them in the midst of it? I think that was really important to me, especially because when you're in the hospital and you're literally not leaving the four walls of that small room and it's just our family there, you start to feel so alone, even though you're
Right.
not. But it's
Right.
nice to know that there are people outside of your little inner circle that's in the hospital trenches every day to know that there are other people out there that are fighting for you in ways that they know how, like prayer and through
Right.
just things that I just shared, like making a meal. It's simple. I think some of the most simple things meant the most.
I agree.
And I think that leads to like point two it here is just do it. If you
Yes.
feel led,
Just do it.
if you feel led to bless someone in a way that is going through a hard time, just do it.
Yes.
As opposed to texting them and saying, "Hey, if you ever need me
Right.
to, you know, get you food or make you a meal." Because the reality is if someone were to text me that, it's
You
just
feel
not
awkward.
it's
Yeah.
just not in me to be like, "You know what? Like, yeah, can you make us dinner tomorrow night?"
Right.
Like,
Right,
I would
it's a
right.
feel,
little
yeah.
it's a little
I wouldn't
awkward for
do
me. So
that.
my
Yeah.
my advice is
Just do it.
just do it. Like, instead
Mhm.
of asking that person, "Hey, can we bring you a meal?" Say, "Hey, I picked you guys up this food
I'm dropping
and
it
I'm dropping it off."
off.
And I had
Yes.
a
Yeah.
buddy do that, like, ordered us Chick-fil-A DoorDash to the
Right.
place, and he
Right.
didn't ask me well, he asked me, like, "When can I?" But he wasn't like, "Do you guys want lunch?" Like, he knew we could use it, so he just did it. The extreme level is my
Yeah, I was
friend
gonna bring this up.
Josh,
Oh, your
who
frontline friend.
frontline
We
friend,
call him a frontline
Josh
friend.
Barrick, love you, brother. He hopped on a plane and just came.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And
There
that's
are people, but
extreme, but
yes.
that's just in his DNA to do that.
Right.
And that's how God created him. And he came on a plane, met us at Rochester the first night we were there.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, I'm here, but I'm not here. Don't worry about me. Don't cater to
Mm,
me. He stayed the night in the guest waiting area. And he's
unbelievable.
like, I'm here. I'm just praying. If you guys want me to come back to the room, I'll come back to the room and pray with you guys. It was incredible. That is an extreme level, and I'm in no way, shape, or form suggesting that that needs to be done.
Right.
Absolutely not. But I bring that up to say he just did it.
Right.
Mm.
So I think that's like the point two here is like if you feel led in whatever way that is to you want to bring a meal or whatever it may be, don't ask the people like,
Just do it.
let me
Right.
know if you guys want something, just do it.
Right.
And that, I mean, food for us
Oh, we needed
was
food,
was
which
one of
is
the most amazing things while being in the hospital because we had to figure out, I mean, literally breakfast, lunch, and
lunch and
dinner
dinner. Yes,
in
every
the
single
hospital every
day.
day for 38 days, which is exhausting when
Yes.
you're talking about hospital food or DoorDash or what it may be.
Right, and Erin's nursing, so Erin has to have food. Like, she has to have double portion food here, and I love that you said just do it because we needed people to just do it,
Mhm.
and I loved also, again, I'm gonna use Colleen as an example, she just dropped off. She didn't have any expectations like, "Oh, can I come in and meet Beau?" Like, there was
No,
no she just, like,
right.
gave us food and
Yeah.
plates and silverware and salt and pepper and dressing and just everything that we needed, and she just quickly, it gave me a hug and I cried with her. It was just a way for me too to go outside for a second, hug someone that I love, and then she gave me all this food and left. And that was such a blessing. And again, we mentioned DoorDash. We're not promoting DoorDash, but DoorDash is an easy way. If you're a friend, you're listening, and someone is not, just give them a DoorDash gift card, like or
Yeah.
give them DoorDash, and that's why we included DoorDash in Beau's blessing because of our need. We needed food
I
again.
remember, one of the people specifically, I'm gonna give her a shout out, Mary, I love you. She would just text us a DoorDash card, and it would have just, like, a little something on it saying, like, "Thank you, love you guys," and just there was our food for the night, and
Right,
it was so simple, and yet she didn't know, what was going on in the hospital every single day and what was going on in the moment when I received her text, but it meant so much, and it's something so simple that she could do, and yet it made such a big impact, and it's sometimes those simple things that, when you're in the hospital, you need simple things like food. It's simple, but it's actually a really big thing and something that so many families struggle with. We saw families in the NICU the entire time we were there and like knowing what they're going through, which is part of why we started Beau's Blessings and why DoorDash gift cards were such a big part of that and why we want to provide families with these in the hospital is because that is a huge need. It really is.
And I just wanted to add something to the first point is I give people the benefit of the doubt. And there was multiple people who we saw after we left the hospital who said that, I just didn't want to bother you. Like I've been praying for you. I truly believe that. I believe they were
right,
praying
yeah,
for us wholeheartedly. And I'm so thankful for that. I also do believe that they felt in a way like burdened by reaching out to us. So we're here saying and encouraging you to reach out to people that you know and love who are going through a hard time. It is not a burden and just send that text because it means so much. And it meant so much to us to hear from so many people who I'll say aren't day to day friends.
right,
I mean, I have my friend groups that I talk to every single day.
right,
And there's a lot of people I don't talk to every single day. And a lot of those people, reached out as well. And it meant so much to
right.
hear from these people. Just reach out.
Reach out and without expectation that you
Right.
might
Correct.
not
Right.
get that text back.
And
Mhm.
it's not a burden.
Yeah.
No,
No,
and
no matter how much that person is going through, it's not a burden to send them a text to let them know you love them, you're praying for them, you're
right.
thinking of them, or if you want to help them out and do something for them.
And this is encouraging to me too, talking about this and when Trisha sent that. And even when we were going through everything in the hospital and all the needs that we had, it just reminded me to be there for someone else.
Mhm.
Like, because yes, we have gone through a lot and people have stepped into our experience with us and helped us in so many ways. But I want to be there for people like that. I want to be a
Yeah.
frontline friend. And I'm not like the best cook. So that's definitely not something I would do. But I could surely go to Wegmans and get some of their prepared food and have
Yeah.
it sent, and bring it, drop it off. Or obviously, prayer. To me, one of the greatest gifts is prayer, is knowing that people are praying.
Mhm.
People that sent me verses. Again, you have no idea. Like in that moment, you have no idea what the person is going through and how God can use
Right.
that word to change the trajectory of that
Mhm.
day.
Yeah.
I mean, that happened for
Mhm.
us. We wrote some down in our Little Miracles book because it was like, oh my goodness,
Mhm.
this text came at just the right time.
Right.
So please reach out,
Mhm.
pray, send encouragement, send verses, send whatever you feel led to send because you just don't know
Right.
how it's going to be received. And don't put expectations on how it's going to be received. Just do it anyway. Like
Right.
Parker
Right.
said, just do it. And food absolutely is a must.
Yeah.
And just however you want to get food to the people that you love that are in the hospital, just get it there. Just don't.
Yeah.
And even if they got 5 meals that day, oh, so it's okay. That never happened to us, by the way. We did not get 5 meals in one day, but we definitely loved the meals that we received. So if you send us a meal and you send
Thank
us
you.
DoorDash, thank you again
Thank you so much.
so, so much. And I'm going to speak from personal experience. It's hard when people try to come to see you.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
something that it's hard, even if it's family. Because the nature of who I am, I just want everything to be great for them. Like, I'm like thinking about, oh, how can I take care of them?
Yeah.
And what do they need? Where should I tell them to go get lunch? And, so I'm thinking about them when I'm already exhausted. So when people come to visit, other than like your core people that are helping you when they're there, that's
Mhm.
a difference. Like when someone comes to visit and they're helping, or they're there just to pray and leave, like Josh, for
Right.
example, that's very different from what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
I'm talking about people that step into, your situation and they have needs. Like I'm just being honest, I can't
Yeah.
do that. Like I cannot.
'Cause it's not about you. If you're
Well,
gonna
it's
go
not
and be there for someone, be there for
for
them.
them.
Don't
It's not
expect
about
anything
right.
in return.
Exactly.
Just be there. And I
Yes.
think that is a huge thing is to just and it exactly reminds me of Josh. Just be. He was just there.
Right.
He was there if we needed him, and he was there to pray.
Right.
So
And
if
you did not
you
do anything for him. Like
no,
it's not
no,
like
he
you
just showed
felt
up.
right. That was
Right.
incredible. I
Yeah.
really want to be a frontline friend like Josh.
Me too. But
So
yeah, that's another one I think is big that if you are going to actually physically be present for someone, be there for them without expecting anything in return.
right. And I know even Parker, when your family was there, they brought stuff. I think they went to like a BJ's or a whole, Costco or something and brought boxes so we had snacks there. I
Mhm.
Loaded
mean,
up. I
yeah,
didn't
just
find them for like 2 weeks. I couldn't believe there was so much in the box.
yes. So again, that's back to food. Wow. We just needed food,
Well,
obviously,
because
so much.
when you need food to fuel your body so that you can get through every day.
Right. Right.
Through
Because
I
it's
mean,
so
because, like, it's
exhausting.
exhausting and it's draining, and if you're a parent staying there or a grandma,
Yes.
nanny staying there, you're sleep deprived, you need food and you need energy, and it's something practical that literally every human needs. So, imagine even more so when you're in a hospital and you're not leaving.
Right.
So,
And to
thank you.
Jill's point, this was a great point you made, Jill. And again, it goes back to our second, our second advice or bullet was to just do it. If you feel led to send that text to someone, don't hold back and not do it. Send that text if it's encouragement or something. To your point about the lady who reached out to you, I remember specifically her saying, I felt led to send you this message, but I was
Yes.
hesitant. She's like, I'm not the most obedient of
Yes. Oh my
children to
goodness. Yes. I can't
Jesus.
believe you remember that.
And she sent this text, and it's one of like the
Yes.
million little miracles.
Right.
I I think this will be on another episode, and I don't want to speak to it because you know it better, but it just reached us in that moment in such a way, and it was such a God moment, and it was such a reminder that God was in it with us. So thank you to that person, and that's my encouragement is when you have something you feel led to share with someone who's going through a hard time, you have no idea how that may meet that person in the specific moment, that specific minute or hour when they're going through that valley. And it could just, it could change the
Yeah,
trajectory. I
well,
mean,
It
it
and
really
could be a
could.
million little miracle.
that's oh
One
my
of the
goodness,
million little
yes.
miracles in their life. Your text could be that.
And ultimately, it's because we don't know what God's doing, everybody.
Right.
We do not know how God is going to use that meal, how God is going to use your text, how God is going to use any of it. We just don't know. So if you're led to do it, just do it. Let's sum this up with Beau's blessings. Can you guys talk a little bit about Beau's blessing and what we're doing right now? We already had someone reach out and we put together a basket. Well, it's not a basket, it's like a bag.
Yeah, filled
And
with things that we needed when
Right.
we were in the hospital, that we believe that any parent who's in the NICU with their child could benefit from,
Right.
including hydration, like we said before, DoorDash gift cards, little prayer booklets that
Booklets,
we've
right.
created as an encouragement, a blanket, just things that, because when we were in the hospital, we started talking about all of the things that all the ways people had blessed us, but also all of the things that we needed when we were there.
Right.
And we started thinking, and we also created Beau apparel,
Yes.
our Beau apparel, which we have been wearing on these episodes. And we decided that we were going to sell these on the Hunter's Hope website, and all of the proceeds will go towards creating these bags called Beau's Blessings. And they're
Yes.
ways to really impact people's lives that are in the hospital, people that are in the NICU with their child. So if you go to the Hunter's Hope website, we will also share it on social media, but there are ways for you to nominate someone or
Yes.
to,
Let
I
us
don't know if
know. Yeah, if
nominate
you
is
have
the
a
right
friend,
phrase, but
someone you know.
yeah, someone that is in the NICU with their child, or in the cardiac
you.
ICU,
Yeah.
like we were there, just someone who is in the hospital with their child who needs this blessing in some
Yes.
way. You can donate so that we can create these bags and give them to these families. You can also, like I said, share someone with us that's going through, or if you yourself are in the hospital and you could use one of the Beau's blessings, please reach out to us
Yes.
through the Hunter's Hope website. We will provide a link in the show notes of this episode so that you have easy access to go and do that. These families need these things.
Yes.
They're necessities when you're in the hospital. We know.
Right.
And this was birthed out of our own need when we were in the hospital, and knowing that there are so many families who don't have amazing friends and family like we had that could go and run and get food for us and go and do things that we needed to be done while we were in the hospital. So this is our way of just hoping that we can bless families in the way that we have been blessed.
And if you have suggestions, anything that you think that we should add to Beau's blessings, let us know. We want to bless people as we were blessed,
Right.
and comfort them as we have been comforted by God through so many people. So thank you so much again, Trisha, for this amazing question. I
Yes,
hope it
thank
has
you.
helped you, Trisha, but I also hope that it has helped you, the listener, to know how to help someone going through a very, very difficult situation and heartbreak. And thank you, Erin, for creating Beau's blessing. Yeah. Even when you were in the hospital, Erin, you were thinking, you both, all of us, but your idea to how can we make a difference? How can we help other people going through the same thing?
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Gigi Ma.
yes,
Jackie,
yes, my
Mama.
mom, amazing.
CEO.
In fact, we wouldn't even be sitting here doing this podcast if it wasn't for Gigi.
That's true.
She's
That's
with
true.
Beau.
He's
So
incredible.
how about we end this with prayer, like we often do, praying for. Oh, the finger's being pointed at me, you guys, right now. Parker was the first one to say, you
Yeah.
do it, and then Erin was next. But yeah, I will pray. I'll pray for the people listening who have loved ones that they want to bless and help, and just maybe just don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Heavenly Father, thank you so much that you are the God of every circumstance, Lord, and you know exactly what we all need at any given moment, Lord. You know our heartbreak, you know our tears, you know the struggles, Lord, and we want to be able to help people going through heartbreak, going through difficult seasons, Lord. Please move in our hearts to do what you want us to do. Show us what to do, Lord. Show us how to give. Show us how to bless. Show us how to comfort. other people right now, Lord, whether that's through a DoorDash card or food or a prayer or an encouraging word, Lord, whatever that is, please move in our hearts to do it. And Lord, I pray that you would use whatever it is that we choose to do to help other people, that you would use it immeasurably more than all we could ever ask or imagine, Lord. Only you can do that. Do more than what we want to do and use us in the midst of it. In Jesus' name, amen.